Hello, my amazing grade eights. Oh, it was so good to see you today. It was really nice to see your faces and just quickly connect. Now, because we have such a short period of time on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, just 15 minutes, what I'm thinking I'll do is have it where I will just post a short devotional on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'll put it in the Moodle page. And then we can use our time on Zoom, whether it's for prayer requests, just catching up, seeing how everyone's doing. We can also use that to answer some questions that you might have about assignments and projects, or just the structure of how we're doing HCS at home. We can just however we need it to be. So that's kind of what I'm thinking we'll do as far as our live Zoom chats. And then just a heads up, just a little bit of housekeeping. My landlords have a toddler upstairs, and a toddler's footsteps are very loud, and you might every now and then hear a thump, 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 and that's just upstairs there. So hopefully it's not too distracting. But anyways, so I just wanted to quickly do a little devotional. And for me, like I know I've shared with you guys that I have struggled with anxiety. I still do work through anxiety on a sometimes day-to-day, week-by-week process. And not gonna lie, I feel like with everything that's happened with COVID-19 and being home and all of that entails, there's been an aspect of having it where it's so easy to get caught up in fear, thinking that, oh my word, how long is this going to be? When is it going to be over? Am I going to be okay? And not even just as far as getting sick, but just having it where loved ones, as far as if they're going to get sick or not, but then also just the self-isolation. um, it's hard. It's hard not seeing loved ones. It's hard staying home and feeling like you can't go out. So I've been really watching my mind, my thoughts. And I know it says in Philippians 4, verse 8, to focus on what is good and acceptable and perfect and praiseworthy and admirable. And that still applies. And actually one of my favorite actors, his name is John Krasinski, and he recently started this little channel called Some Good News. And I actually encourage you to check that out. It's really fun. He doesn't have many videos yet, but it's where he's collected good news stories from around the world. And it helps us remember that, you know what, no matter how hard times are, and no matter what's going on, that there's still hope and there's still good news. There's still good happening in the world. And so it's really great to be able to remind ourselves of that, because it's good to be informed. It's good to know what's going on and to be able to be mindful, to be responsible in how we're taking care of ourselves and navigating this time of crisis in the world. But it doesn't mean that there's no longer any good. And there are still good things to focus our thoughts on. And so that's my encouragement to you, is when that anxiety may come up, or even just frustration or disappointment or whatever it might be because of how things are looking, just to take that time to remind yourself that they're still good. God is still good. He's still, like, just going back to my devotional this morning, he's still the God of hope. And that hasn't changed. It says in the Bible that God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So that means no matter what's going on, he's still good. No matter what's going on, he's still trustworthy. And there is good that's coming from all of this. People are learning to be more mindful of those around them. They're learning to take care of each other. They're learning to be kind in ways that they never have before. And of course, sometimes crises like this can bring out the worst in people, but it also can bring out the best. And I've seen some amazing stories of people who are just rising to the occasion and showing God's love, just showing love to those around them in simple ways. And so that's my encouragement to you, is to focus on the good that's there, and to have it where you focus on what God is doing, and that he is still someone who can be trusted. And even like Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans to prosper you, to give you a hope and a future. That still is true. that's still true today in the midst of all of this. And so sometimes you just need to take it day by day, sometimes hour by hour, even minute by minute. Like I know last week, I felt sometimes for me, it was like a minute by minute basis as far as just reminding myself I'm okay and God's got this and I can trust him and I am strong enough to navigate this because Christ is in me. If it was on my own strength, there's no way that I would be able to do it, but God is with me. And so I've got what it takes to not just get through this whole crisis with COVID-19 and being isolating at home. I have what it takes to be able to flourish, to be able to thrive in the midst of all of this. And so I'm learning to just dig deep into my peace and my joy and my hope. And I'm just praying the same for you. So know that I love you. I'm praying for you. And I am trusting that God is going to continue bringing so much good from this. All right. I'll see you on Monday.